everyone, I'm Melissa here and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment and welcome to Try It Thursday. This is what you've been waiting for. I did a video last Thursday about the spray tan. What do we think? Do I have color? Do I look good? I mean, I always look good. I'm livid. I look red and pink because I'm angry. You guys, I went for the spray tan. The girl who was doing it or was supposed to do it, she never showed up. Let's talk about that. So let me backtrack a little. Just in case you missed last Thursday's video or the videos before where I had talked about this whole situation, okay? Let's talk about it all. Quick recap. At the beginning of the year, okay, the beginning of the year, I entered a contest. There were 3 businesses who had come together and offered a contest where you won prizes from each of the businesses. Now, I never win anything. Never. Very rare. Doesn't happen. I'm the most unluckiest person in the world. Okay? I won. I won this contest. I was so excited. Okay? Now, up until now, I have not talked about these businesses. I'm going to talk about them now. Okay? 3 businesses. The first business was Sierra Jade Makeup Artistry. She was giving away a free makeup session and hairstyle. Also, the business Babe Cave Studio, she was giving away a boudoir photo sitting fee package. Okay? So, photography. Third business, Sculpted Cosmetics, was giving away a free spray tan. So obviously these 3 businesses, they go together. You're going to get your spray tan and your hair and your makeup done so you can go get a boudoir photo shoot done. That was an amazing, amazing prize. And I was very excited to have won. Now, like I said, I won this at the beginning of the year. Now, I was told that I could choose any time within the year 2024 to redeem this and get this done. Well, I've gone through a lot of changes. I've lost a lot of weight. I've been getting healthier. And my birthday is in October. And I thought, what a perfect time, right? Something for myself, something to celebrate me. Sorry, guys. I've been telling the story to people and I thought this was full of water, but it's not, and I'm going to lose my voice, but that's fine. So I had chosen beginning of October to get this done. The photographer was like, perfect, I've got you in the books, great. The makeup artist was like, perfect, I've got you in the books, great. They said you need to reach out to Sculpted Cosmetics on Instagram and book with them. Not a problem. I did that. This was back in like March. Okay, 2024. I reached out to Sculpted Cosmetics. I said, hey, I won the giveaway. This is when my photo shoot is booked for. Based on guidelines and timelines, because with spray tans, you got to have it done a certain amount of time before your photo shoot, but after things like eyelashes and nails and sugaring and all that stuff. So based on all of that stuff, which was set out by Sculpted Cosmetics, I had picked the day and the time. And I said, hey, my photo shoot this day, I'd like to book you for this. And Sculpted Cosmetics said, oh no, we don't book that far in advance. I was like, okay, cool. Sculpted Cosmetics said, Contact me 3 weeks before your photo shoot. Now, initially, I was very surprised. 3 weeks before does not seem like enough time. I've had a business. I've been a business owner. I know how business works. So I was like, okay, but I'm also like, but this is their business. So if they're telling me to, like, they know who I am. They know I won this. If they're telling me to call them 3 weeks before, I'll call them 3 weeks before. I'm going to lie to you. Sorry, I'm not going to lie to you. But here's the thing. I did not contact them 3 weeks before, like they asked me to. I contacted them a month before. 4 weeks. Because 3 weeks just, my anxiety was through the roof. So 4 weeks before my photo shoot, I reached out to them again on Instagram. Again, I reintroduced myself and told them who I was and that I won this prize. I said, I need to book this day and time, please. Just like I had done months before. And instead of booking me, she says, here's a link to our online booking system. Okay, cool. I went to their online booking system to book my day and time. They were completely booked, you guys. Completely booked. This is what I was trying to avoid by booking this early. But they wouldn't let me. So I was mad. So my anxiety was through the roof. I was trying to figure out how to make this work. If I had to pick a different day, that means I'd have to change my appointments on my eyelashes and my nails and my sugaring. And that was too much to juggle. And I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm not booking it. Whatever. Fine. So I didn't do the spray tan. Okay? I went on my photo shoot day and I went and saw Sierra and she did my hair and makeup and she was professional. She did an amazing job. I had a fantastic time. Highly recommend Sierra Jade for makeup. She can do anything from a natural look to a glam look to whatever you're looking for. She was very professional, very welcoming. Like, I felt very comfortable. It was fantastic. After she was done my hair and makeup, I then went over to the studio to meet Shelby with Babe Cave Studios. Okay? She was the one who was going to be doing my boudoir photo shoot. Again, extremely professional, very welcoming, very comfortable, fantastic to work with. Like, I cannot recommend her enough for photography. Like, she's just so good at what she does. And both her and Sierra were where they were supposed to be on time, professional. Everything was great. No issues. Now, because they had partnered with Sculpted Cosmetics, I felt that I should tell them my experience. So I told both of them. And Shelby from Babe Cave had said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that happened. That should not have happened that way. She encouraged me. She's like, look, this was a prize. You still won this. This was a free tan. You should still get that. She goes, I'm going to encourage you to book that tan. Now, just so happens, I have another photo shoot coming up with Shelby with Babe Cave. And she says, why don't you book it for that photo shoot? And I was like, hey, you know what? Maybe I will. That's a great idea. Maybe I will. So I did. I took her advice. Even though I was upset about how it went the first time, I really like to have an open mind and be non-judgmental until I've, met with a person or tried a product or whatever. I don't like to go around bad-mouthing people because I get things happen. I get it, right? People make mistakes. things happen, unforeseen circumstances. Like there's some reasons that to me are acceptable for certain behavior. And then there's things that are not acceptable. And like I said, I've been a business owner. I had a very successful rental and retail wedding store for years. I know what it means to own a business. I know what it means to run a business. And I know what customer service should be. So again, I went online to the online booking system with Sculpted Cosmetics and I booked a day and time. Now, again, based on when the photo shoot was, based on, again, because I was getting my nails done and I got sugaring done and all of that, and based on their availability, the only day that would work, of course, was today, which was fine. I was supposed to have an appointment with my trainer at 6:30 to 7:30, but the only time Sculpted had available was 7 p.m. So I had to cancel my appointment with my trainer, which if you've been watching my videos, you know how important those training sessions are to me. And it's very rare that I will miss one. So I canceled that. Then I had to make sure someone was here to watch my daughter. And then I had to drive all the way across town for this appointment. Now, I look horrible because I follow all the rules and guidelines. So when I went online and I booked this appointment, I immediately got emails and texts saying, we've received your appointment request. Then I got one that says, we've accepted your appointment request. Then I started getting emails and texts saying, reminder, your appointment is this day and time. This is our cancellation policy. If you don't cancel within this time or you do not show up, we are going to charge you this much money. Blah, 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 blah. I kept getting those, so I knew I had an appointment. Now, another thing I'll say, I've never had a spray tan with anyone. I've never been to Sculpted Cosmetics. I don't know what to expect. I don't know anything. But I'm also not stupid. So even though Sculpted Cosmetics did not send me any information other than my appointment, I knew that there was prep involved in getting a tan. So because I'm smart and I have initiative, I went on their website and found information on prep before your tan, the day of your tan, after your tan, what to do, because I wanted to be able to recommend Sculpted Cosmetics, just like I am recommending Sierra Jade Makeup and Shelby with the Babe Cave Studio. I'm recommending those two companies. I wanted to do the same with Sculpted Cosmetics. I wanted to have an amazing experience. And to make sure I had an amazing experience, I wanted to follow all of their guidelines on making this tan everything it could be to the letter, because I wanted to give it a fair shot. Okay? So if you go on their website, it talks about like up to a week or 2 weeks before your tan, things you're supposed to do. Exfoliating your whole body, moisturizing your whole body, staying hydrated, all this stuff. I've done it all, you guys. Up to this appointment, I did everything they said you should do if you want a great tan. I did it all. Model clients. It also says things like, day of your appointment, come with your hair up. Here it is. I put it up. I took out all my jewelry. I took out my nose ring. I took off my wedding ring. I took off my Fitbits. It says to wear loose, dark clothing and flip-flops. It also says don't wear a bra. Here's the thing. I don't have loose clothing. All my clothing is form-fitted. I wear leggings. I wear Uggs. I don't have flip-flops and loose clothing. So I dug through my closet to find this shirt, which is a little big because it's when I first started going to the gym. I'm wearing my husband's pajama pants because I didn't have anything loose. And I felt bad when I asked him if I could borrow them because I'm like, they're going to get tan on them. I'm going to ruin them. But my husband was great. He's like, just wear them. It's okay. Just do it. I am wearing a bra because I have to. And the whole time I feel uncomfortable. I feel like a slob. The whole time I'm so uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, it's okay, Melissa. It's dark out. It's nighttime. It's just going to be me and the one tanning girl. There's not going to be people around. It's fine. You guys. Again, I've never been here. I've never had this done. I didn't know what to expect. I'm driving. I put in my Google Maps the address, okay, from the email. And I'm driving there. Now, I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So if you don't know Saskatoon, you're not going to be familiar with the next things I'm about to say. I'm driving there, and it's giving me the address. And I'm like, oh, my God. Is it by Crackers? Now, if you don't know what Crackers is, it's a karaoke bar. It's always packed with people. I look like this. Sure enough, it's by Crackers. Now, I don't see a sign anywhere that says Sculpted Cosmetics. What I do see is a hairdresser salon. A salon. I see a salon. The lights are on. There's people in there. Now, if you look at the email I got, at the very top, it does say, I think it's like Star Laser or Laser Star or something like that. And I did see that name on that building. So I'm like, okay, it must be there. Again, I've never been here. I didn't get any real clear instructions from Sculpted Cosmetics on anything. So that's fine. So I look like a slob. I walk in, and there's two hairdressers with people in their chair. Then there's a waiting room with one woman sitting there and two little boys who I assume belong to one of the people in the chair. I walk in. Nobody says hi. Nobody greets me. I don't know if I'm in the right place. So I'm kind of standing there. Then I go over to one of the hairdressers and I'm like, hi, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm in the right place. She goes, who are you looking for? I said, I'm here for a spray tan with Kayla. She goes, oh yeah, you're in the right place. I'm like, great. Now again, I've never been there. I don't know the situation. I don't know if there's like different companies rent rooms in this building or if it's all under the salon. I don't know. The hairdresser says to me, she should be here soon if she isn't already here. Now, I got there at 6:55 p.m. My appointment was at 7. Okay? So I said, okay, great, thanks. I'll just wait. So I go and I'm standing in the waiting room. And I'm standing and I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. And I'm like, I still don't know if maybe she's like in one of the rooms because I kind of looked down the hallway and it just looked like door after door after door. So I'm like, I bet you this is a situation where people rent rooms here. So I don't know if she's like, if there's a Sculpted Cosmetic room somewhere and she's waiting there for me. I don't know. So the only phone number I have for this business is the one that was attached to the emails I had been getting. So again, I'm not stupid. I have initiative. I take that phone number, I plop it into my text messaging, I send a message saying, hi, I'm here for my 7 p.m. appointments. Now, I sent that message at 7:03. I was there at 6:55, but 7:03 I sent that message. No response, and I'm waiting. The hairdresser has, the one woman who was in the waiting room has now left. The hairdresser who was cutting a gentleman's hair is now done. Him and the 2 boys have now left. She's sweeping up the hair. And so I'm waiting. And she says to me, what time was your appointment? I said 7. It's about 7:07 at this point. And she's like, oh, I don't think she's here. I'm like, oh, maybe she's running late. And the hairdresser said, yeah, but she should have texted you if she's running late. Did she text you? I'm like, no. So I said, I'll wait. I'll give her till 7:15, which I think is fair. Now, granted, I get that things happen. I'm really hoping that nothing horrific happened to this woman. I'm really hoping not. To me, that would be the only explanation on why she missed this appointment and why she never contacted me. I hope nothing horrible happened to her. So I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. I don't have any response from the text that I sent. I haven't received a phone call, an email, a text, nothing. The hairdresser, she's at about 7:14. The hairdresser turns and says to me, did you get a text yet? I'm like, nope. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I hope you didn't drive very far. I'm like, yep, I drove all across town. I'm on the complete other end of town. I drove all this way. And the hairdresser was so polite. She was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to do spray tans. If I did, I totally would do it. And I'm like, I appreciate that. It's okay. Thank you. It's not your fault. Like, and at this point she said, yes, people rent rooms. And she says, I haven't really talked to Kayla. I've seen her here a couple times, but I haven't really talked to her, so I don't really know her that well. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Now, she says to me, well, hopefully you can book in again. If you want to, that is. And I said, no, I don't think so. This is the second time this has happened. And she kind of looks at me like, what? So I explained everything I just told you guys about how I won the contest. I told her it all. I told her it all. This complete stranger. And she says to me, wow, that's really unprofessional. And I'm like, yes, it is. Thank you for confirming that the way I'm feeling about this situation is not over the top. This is a correct response to the situation I'm currently in. Now, it was about 7:16. A car pulled up right in front of the salon. And I'm like, oh, and I think I even said, oh, maybe this is her. And the hairdresser said, yeah, maybe it's her. And I waited for a bit, and the woman didn't come out of the car or nothing. So I'm like, well, I'm going to go. Like, if she shows up, can you let her know I left? And the hairdresser was like, yeah, absolutely. I'm so sorry. I'm like, thanks. So I left. Now, I sent another text message to the phone number because at this point, I don't know if this is a real person or not. So I sent a message saying, hey, I don't know if this is a real person or if this is just an automated number. My appointment was at 7. I'm here. You're not. I'm leaving. Very unprofessional. And then I got in my car and I left. Then I also sent a message to Babe Cave and Sierra Jade letting them know, because as a business owner, if I'm partnering up with another company for anything, whether it's a giveaway or whatever, or to refer business back and forth, I would want to know when something like this happens. Not only once, but twice to the same clients. So I reached out to both of them and said, hey, this is what happens. So for a second time, I'm not getting a tan. Just want to let you know. And both of them reached out to me. Oh my God, I am so sorry. This is so unprofessional. I don't know what would have happened. And Shelby said, I've also reached out to Kayla and Carissa to tell them about this. Now, I don't know Sculpted Cosmetics and how it works or whose business it is or what. I could be completely wrong with what I'm about to say. I feel like Sculpted Cosmetics is owned by a woman named Carissa, and Kayla works for her, or it could be a partnership between a woman named Carissa and a woman named Kayla. I don't know the dynamic of the business. What I can tell you is the number I had been texting for Sculpted Cosmetics, I did receive a message, probably a good 40 minutes after my scheduled appointment time. And it said, hi, Melissa, this is Carissa with Sculpted Cosmetics. Now, don't forget, I had sent a text saying how unprofessional it was that I was there and she was not. Kayla, that is. I don't know if Carissa did not read my message or could not see it or what, but all her message said was, hi, Melissa, this is Carissa with Sculpted Cosmetics. I see you had an appointment booked at 7 o'clock tonight with Kayla. I was not in the studio, so was unaware Kayla missed this appointment. I'm so sorry. I would like to offer you a complimentary tan for the inconvenience. I don't think she read my message because I appreciate you're offering me a complimentary tan on what was a complimentary tan to begin with. You know what I mean? So I responded back saying, yes, I'm very upset. Now, at this point, I'm starting to think Carissa and Kayla don't communicate. So I don't know if Carissa is aware that this is the second time Kayla has done this to me. So I told Carissa that this was the second time, and I explained what had happened the first time. I explained I had won a giveaway between these 3 companies, and I explained all of that. And I just said, very unprofessional, very disappointed, and that was it. So I didn't say yes or no to the complimentary tan. I explained the situation because I feel like this Carissa lady doesn't know that this has happened more than once with this specific person. So I have not received a response back to my response yet from Carissa with Sculpted Cosmetics. I'm curious to see how she responds to that because, like I said, I don't think she knows that information. Maybe she does. I don't know. I really wanted to come on here and recommend them. That's what I'd like to do. Every time that I review something and I try something, whether it's a product or a service or food or whatever, I'm really hoping I have a fantastic experience. So I can come on here and tell you guys, my friends, about this amazing thing or food or business that you should check out. Because I like to do that. I like to share these things with you. I don't like to come on here and warn people about businesses because business is hard, especially local businesses. I like to support them as much as possible because I know as a business owner how hard it is to have a business. But I also feel like it's my duty to share my experience with you guys to hopefully stop you from having a bad experience like I did. So I am officially saying Sculpted Cosmetics in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, I do not recommend for many things. Now, they do spray tans. They also have a plethora of other services according to their website, such as like body contouring and sculpting and like all that kind of stuff. Now, I cannot speak to the products they offer. I cannot speak on how good or bad the actual spray tan is. The only thing that I can let you know is how bad their customer service is and how unprofessional this business is on more than one level. So this is my warning to you. Do not waste your time with Sculpted Cosmetics. Don't do it. Don't recommend them. Don't go there. Don't support them because there are tons of other tanning places in Saskatoon, local tanning places in Saskatoon, other people that offer like spray tans that I guarantee you are way more professional and deserve your business way more than Sculpted Cosmetics does. As of filming this video, I have yet to hear from Kayla, whether it's an email, a text, a phone call. I have yet to hear the explanation of why she wasn't there. I have yet to get an apology from her. I have yet to anything. Now, like I said, I'm really hoping nothing horrific happened to Kayla. As much as right now I'm mad at her and I think she's very unprofessional, I hope she's well and she's healthy and there wasn't an accident or anything detrimental that would have caused her to miss our scheduled appointments. So, prayers that she's fine, but I can't recommend it, people. The company or her. I just can't. And I understand, like, I don't know the dynamic. If this isn't Kayla's company and she just works there, I feel bad for the owner of Sculpted Cosmetics because this is an employee of yours. This is a representative of your business. The way she conducts herself when it comes to your business speaks volumes. And it's because of her that I cannot recommend your company or Kayla specifically. So I'm sorry if that's the case. Again, I don't know the business dynamic, but Sculpted Cosmetics, please find another place to go. Don't go there. There are so many other people who are doing the same services that, again, probably better, probably more deserving of your money and support. So that's my experience for a second time with a spray tan. So again, I've never had a spray tan. Doesn't look like I ever will have a spray tan. Not to mention, going for a spray tan, for some people, not everybody, but for me specifically, it's very uncomfortable because you have to get naked, 100% naked, in front of a stranger who's looking at every inch of your body and all your flaws and all of your wobbly bits and hanging bits. I'm a big girl. Not as big as I used to be, but that's almost worse because I have extra hangy bits. So just to book this appointment took a lot of courage from me for myself. And I'm getting emotional because this is not an easy thing. So I had to deal with the self-hate in my brain about how I shouldn't be doing this and how no one wants to look at me and see that and how I'm going to have to get naked in front of a stranger. I had to deal with all that. I had to tell it to shh, quiet down. And I had to build myself up. This was a lot mentally for me. And for it to go the way it did almost makes it even worse. So I don't think I will ever get a spray tan. I think this is the universe's way of saying, don't do it. Don't do it. This is the second time. It's not meant to be. Don't do it. So I'm exhausted. Mentally exhausted. I feel bad. I wanted to give a good review, but I can't. I'm upset. I'm angry. If it's one thing I absolutely despise, it's bad business. In my opinion, there is no room for businesses who treat clients this way. These businesses need to be shut down and make room for those businesses that have good customer service, that are professional. There's no room for you, Sculpted Cosmetics. Not here. Not in my world anyway. So that's your update on my spray tan. I'm still pasty white and I'm going to be. So hopefully the next Try It Thursday, whatever it happens to be, will actually be good. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I do appreciate every single one of you. And I'm glad you've subscribed to me. And I'm glad you're watching my videos and sharing with me these experiences. So until next time, bye. Hey everyone, Melissa here. Just wanted to give you an update to the update. Okay, I want to keep you guys informed. And anytime I review a product, number one, it's my personal experience. Okay, it's just what I have personally experienced. I want to share that with you. I also think it's important to give you all of the facts. I'm not one of those reviewers who only give you the information that makes me look good, if you will. Like, oh yeah, you know, like this business is trash, blah, blah, blah. I want to be fair. I think that's very important in a review. And like any review, I encourage you, do your research. If this is a business that you've heard a lot of good things about and you really want to try them, don't let my review or anyone's opinion or review sway you. You are a person very capable of making your own decisions. All I'm going to say is please, please, please do your research. Research the company, research the people or person, read all the different reviews, good and bad, because not everyone's perfect. I get that 100%, okay? But this is my experience with this tan. So I think the last thing I told you was, you know, she didn't show. She didn't show. Now, like I said, I did have Carissa, who, again, I don't know the dynamic of the business. I think she might be the owner or co-owner. I don't know. She reached out and she offered me a free tan, which, I mean, she's trying to make it right. Okay? She's trying to make it right. So props to her for that. I was slightly offended isn't the right word, but it's like, you're offering me a free tan for a free tan. Like, this was a prize. This was something I won. This was supposed to be free anyway. You know, so that was a little bit like, okay, like, I don't know. And then, like, I explained to her, like, this was the only time I had available before this photo shoot, right? Because you're supposed to get your tan done like 24 to 48 hours before your photo shoots, because it takes time for the tan to actually process and get to the right color, right? So then she said, well, I can give you tanning mousse and a glove. And again, I appreciate that she was trying to offer me something. Okay, props to her for trying to offer me something. Here's the thing. Number one, I've never tanned before, like spray tan. I've never spray tanned before. I've never used at-home tanning products before. I've never done any of that. I had a very important photo shoot in like 2 days from when I was talking to Carissa about this. And I don't think it would have been a smart idea for me, who has no clue what they're doing, to try an at-home tanning mousse 2 days before my tan when I have no clue what to do. I just didn't think that would be a smart choice, because I'm going to screw it up. I'm going to turn into an Oompa Loompa, guaranteed. So again, I had said, I appreciate that. I don't feel comfortable, because I don't feel comfortable with that. I'm sorry. So I was like, yeah, no, sorry. And at this point still, I had not heard from Kayla, who's the actual girl that was supposed to do the tan. So whatever. So that was kind of the end of story with Carissa. Now, the next morning, I did get a message from Carissa, or from Kayla, the one who missed my appointment, the one who was supposed to tan me. Now, I have pretty good intuition with things. This was her response. I'm going to read it exactly. Okay, I'm going to read it exactly. She messaged me at 8:01 in the morning. Okay, on the Friday after she missed the appointment. And this is what it says exactly. Hi, Melissa. First off, I wanted to extend my deepest apologies on missing last night. I had a family emergency and it just slipped my mind. No excuse, but I am so sorry. If you were able to come in today anytime at all, I would love to tan you. Again, I am so sorry. Just let that sink in for a minute. And then I'll tell you what I have a problem with. So number one, first thing she said was, I apologize. That's the right thing to say. You should apologize. You caused me a great inconvenience. Okay? And then she said, I had a family emergency. No, you didn't. You didn't have a family emergency. I guarantee you, you didn't. Why do I say she didn't have a family emergency? Because people in a situation like this who miss an appointment that they're supposed to be doing, when you contact that client that you missed the appointment of, you don't do a blanket statement of, I had a family emergency. You use specifics. You use details. Because number one, you actually did have an emergency and you're trying to get that person to understand the horrible situation that happened and why you missed their appointments. So you would say something like, I'm so sorry I missed your appointments. My child broke their arm and I had to take them to the doctor. My pet had to be rushed to emergency veterinary care. I was in a car accident. You don't have to go into the details of what happened, but you at least say what happened, because you want the person to understand the situation and why you missed that appointment. To just say, I had a family emergency. I'm sorry, but you didn't. Let's be honest, you didn't. Okay? Then she followed it up with, and it just slipped my mind. It just slipped my mind. This is why you did not have a family emergency. Okay? This is something that was booked through their online booking system a month ago. Okay? You know all your upcoming appointments. You know them. Okay? Your family emergency, you would have known that morning when you woke up, I have an appointment at 7 tonight. Lunchtime, I have an appointment at 7 tonight. Someone's asking, what are you doing today? Oh, I have an appointment at 7 tonight. You know, you're thinking about that appointment. It's on your radar, okay? So at any time, if you had actually had a family emergency that day, evening, right before it, whatever, your brain, because our brains are very smart, at some point your brain, would have been like, crap, I have a 7 o'clock appointment. Okay, now granted, you may not be able to be at that appointment if you actually have an emergency, but you have this with you 24/7. There are many forms of communication. You can email, you can text, you can messenger, you can call, you can FaceTime. There's a million ways you can contact someone. Now, you may not necessarily want to contact your clients in that instance if you are having a family emergency, but you're going to probably contact a coworker and or your boss to say, oh my God, this is what I'm dealing with right now. I have a client at 7. There's no way I'm going to be able to make it. I either need you to do this for me or I need you to contact the client and explain the situation and rebook. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that it's going to come across your brain before the appointments or even at the appointments, but at some point in that day, even if it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, when you've already missed the appointment, at some point your brain is going to go, oh, I had an appointment tonight. And you're going to reach out to a coworker or your boss. Because now you need to explain not only to the client, but to the boss, oh crap, I missed this appointment, right? So don't tell me you had a family emergency and it just slipped your mind. I guarantee you it didn't. Because even if you had that family emergency, there comes a point somewhere when you're dealing with that emergency where you're just sitting, right? Either the person injured is now in the hospital or at the doctor, and now you're waiting. You're waiting and you're thinking. And at some point your brain is going to go, appointment, appointment, you had an appointment, appointment. So I've been there, okay? I've been there. So I don't believe it for 1 second. Not for a second. I'm sorry, I don't. And I followed up with her again. And my response to her was, unfortunately, last night was my only opportunity before my photo shoot to come in. I had to cancel an appointment with my trainer and arrange a babysitter to accommodate my tanning time last night. I'm sorry to hear you had a family emergency, but I'm glad you are okay. Now you're probably asking me, if you don't think she had a family emergency, why are you saying you're sorry she had one? Well, for a couple reasons. Number one, she didn't have one. I know she's lying to me. But what good is it going to do to call her out on the lie? It's not going to do any good whatsoever. That's besides the point. At the end of the day, I am really glad that she's fine. Okay? Like, I would never want anyone to be hurt or anything like that. So she missed the appointments. Yes, I'm salty about it. Yes, it was an inconvenience. Yes, it cost me time and money. But I am glad that that she wasn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that was the only time I could get in before the photo shoots. That's why I booked it. That's why I had the appointments. Okay? She follows up to that with, if you can find anything that can work today or even bring your kids, again, I am so incredibly sorry. I know your experience prior was not good either, and I definitely would love a chance to make it up to you. So again, she's trying to accommodate me, but I don't want to bring my child to the tanning place. Okay? It's a distraction, not only for the tanner, but for me. Number two, no, I cannot accommodate you trying to squeeze me in the day after my appointments. That was the only time I had available. I'm busy doing other things, getting ready for my photo shoot. I'm getting my outfit together. I'm doing any last minute errands I have to do. I'm busy. I'm sorry, but no. Right? And number three, she acknowledged that my first experience also wasn't good. So she knows that the first impression was not great. Saying that you want a chance to make it up to me, this was that chance. This was it. This was the second time. The first impression sucked. This was your time to make it better and to change my viewpoint on you and your business. You failed a second time. How many chances do I have to give you? Like, you should have also known this was an important appointment. I'm not just a client or a potential new client. I'm a client that you've already screwed up once, and you haven't even tanned me yet. So you would think you would go that extra step to make sure not only are you at the appointments, you're on time, but to make sure everything is smooth, to have a little extra white glove service. Offer me a little extra, like, can I get you a water? Like, nothing crazy, but just, make sure that this experience cancels out my first opinion of you. So I followed it up with her again. Yeah, unfortunately, after the first attempt to get my tan, last night was the chance to make it up to me. As I said, I do not have an opportunity today. And her last message was, okay, I understand. So I thought it was only fair to share with you the whole interaction with this person, with this company. Did they try to make it right? Yeah, they did try to offer me things. Okay? It just did not work out for me. And this was the second time. I cannot give more chances. I can't. I'm sorry. I will not be used as a doormat. I mean, yeah, I understand things happen, but this is ridiculous. Sorry, cannot do it. Do I feel that they could have done more? Yeah, a little bit. Because both of these tans I tried to book were specifically for a photo shoot. That's why I was getting the tan. Okay? The photo shoots have come and gone. Tanning me now is not going to really give me any benefits. So they do other services. You know what I mean? Like they do massages, they do lots of other services. And I'll be honest, I have absolutely zero confidence in their tanning ability at this point. I will never go to them for a tan. At this point, I don't think I will ever get a spray tan in my lifetime based on my experience with these people in this company. They could have, in my opinion, offered me a gift card for a future whatever. They could have offered me okay, look, I know the tan didn't really work out. Your photo shoots have come and gone. Can we offer you something else? Can we offer you a massage? Something. So yes, I feel that they could have offered me something different to try to make it up to me. But at least they tried to make it better. My situation just didn't work out. The photo shoots came and gone. There's no sense me getting a tan now. I'm done. So that's my full experience with Sculpted Cosmetics, specifically with Kayla and the little bit of interaction I had with Carissa. I still stand by, I will not ever get a spray tan from them, and probably not a spray tan from anyone based on this experience. It was horrible. Don't recommend it to anyone. But as I said, the other companies that I worked with, Shelby with the Baby Studio and Sierra, have been amazing. Sierra is the one that did my makeup, and she curled my hair for me. So they were both very professional, amazing, on point. I would recommend those two girls and companies over and over again. Sculpted Cosmetics, I can't do that. I wish I could, but I can't. So I wanted to give you the full picture. Okay, I thought it was only fair. Make your own opinions. Do your research. That's all I'm going to say. So thanks for watching this update. We'll see you guys next time.